Hare and Tortoise Story Redefined. Section 1. Long ago, there was a hare and a tortoise in a beautiful forest who met once and started conversation. Slowly, it led to an argument between two about who could run faster. The hare laughed at Tortoise and finally decided to go for a race. The race started. Hare started to run very fast for some time. Thinking that it would take for some time for Tortoise to reach him, he decided to take some rest under a tree to take shelter from the sun before continuing the race again. As he sat for some time under the tree, eventually fell asleep. The tortoise, walking slowly but steadily, had overtaken him and finally reaching the destination. The hare now got up and realized that his complacency that made him lose the race to Tortoise. The hare got huge disappointment. Moral: the committed, focused, hard-working and steadily moving ahead people will certainly win over fast but complacent. We all know this familiar story with a moral: slow and steady wins the race. Section 2. The hare realized that he was complacent, had taken the things easy and granted. Now he is determined and wanted to have a race again. Tortoise too welcomed his challenge. This time, the hare ran with all his strength and continued until he reached his final destination. Moral: fast and consistent will always win over slow and steady. Section 3. Now the tortoise started some rethinking and thoroughly understood that if the hare is alert and consistently run, there is no way to beat him. What to do? He thought seriously and decided to challenge, but on a different course, and approached the hare. No doubt, the hare accepted. Having previous failure in mind, the hare kept on running once the race started and continued the same pace until the route led to the bank of a river. He was taken by surprise as he could not anticipate such a challenge he will have to face. What to do now? He can't swim. There were no bridges or anyone to ask for alternative routes. He was in dilemma and cracking his head thinking of ways to cross the river. Meantime, the tortoise came slowly along, dived into the river, swam across and finished the race. Moral: one must know his core competences and take on his competitors in the areas of his competences that differ from individual to individual. The story is not finished. Section 4. Since the hare and tortoise spent so much time together, they became good friends. They also started respecting each other as both of them understood that they both are unique and have different strengths. This realization made them to go for a race again, but this time as a team. Soon the race started. The hare carried the tortoise on his back, together sped to the river bank. There they changed their positions and tortoise ferried across the river. After reaching the opposite side of the river, the hare again carried the tortoise and touched the finishing line. Together, they finished the race in a record time that both of them can never achieve if they were to do it individually. They also felt a greater sense of achievement than earlier. Moral: it is good to be individually talented and having strong core competencies, but unless we are able to work in a team and harness each other's competencies, we cannot perform excellent because There will certainly be some circumstances under which one will do with less efficiency and someone else will do well. If there is synergy among individuals in a team, they are more successful when they work together, harnessing competencies of each other than when they work separately. It is to be noted, neither hare nor tortoise had given up after their respective failures. The hare decided to lose his complacency and was alert after his failure. The tortoise too has to change his strategy because he was already putting all his efforts, working hard. That was not sufficient. Determination and never give up attitude. Imagine if the hare wants to learn swimming, how long it will take, or for the tortoise to run fast. Sharpen your core competencies. Remember, coming together, doing together, winning together, and achieving sense of satisfaction were all possible because they do not have any prejudice, ego, or any ill feeling between them. This is most important to get the desired results. At this time, when things are changing at jet speed, we are to learn to work with people who have strengths in the areas that we may not have. Ultimately, in this way, we can get good result, whether it might be business, educational institution, social work, or anywhere people work together for a common cause. All the best to be the best.